Hello, welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today, as always. You know, um, so the last couple, I don't know, how long has it been? Like the last couple months, the last couple readings, I've really only been focusing on the human design profile readings because I felt guided, to focus mainly on those. And so, that's what I've been doing. But I am feeling like avoidant, I guess, of my own life. And I'm like, I could, I was sitting here, I'm like, I could like, do some tarot readings. Because what better way to like avoid yourself than to like talk to your friends and like get nosy into like their business and like, like what's going on with you guys. Right. And I'm like, what? I want to do zodiac sign readings because I literally just put out, I think I finished on Saturday, maybe like I finished the human design readings. So I didn't want to like do another round of those like quite yet. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your anxiety is staying at bay. Like mine is high as hell today, and it has been for a little while. It just, I'm not going to bore you with my problems. I'm here to like talk about you. So let me introduce the decks to you, and also like I'm so glad that this tarot deck was happy to do this reading because I just was also not really in the mood to to like go through a bunch of decks to figure out like which one wanted to do the reading, because over here consent is everything, and anytime I use a deck for a reading, I did get consent from it to do it. Like, and what that means is I'll shuffle the cards until a card comes out, and it's a yes or no card, and it's plainly yes or no. It's usually like the Eight of Swords or the Three of Swords or the Tower, or like something that's like kind of plainly I am not in the mood, the Five of Cups. And then of course, on the other end of things, it would be yes cards. And the card that came out for this deck, which is the Midnight Magic mushroom deck, was the Empress, which was so perfect. And I was just so glad. Like I was like standing over at my wall of tarot cards because, oh my God, girl, like I counted them. I have like 70 tarot. I just have to stop. I like have to stop buying tarot decks. Although like I just found this Kickstarter. Anyway, after that one, no more. So anyway, yeah, like I was standing there and I was just like, oh my gosh, I just don't feel like, because usually like the one that I have in my head is not usually the one that I'll end up using. I'll like grab a couple and shuffle and, see who actually wants to do the reading. But this one caught my eye. And then I also bought it at the same time that I bought the Mushroom Spirit Oracle. So just goes together really well. And I'm so happy to be able to use these decks because I haven't yet. I've had them for a couple months. I actually used it for one of the 333 readings that I did, which was also like, it was so beautiful. Those readings have been so cool. And again, thank you to those who have trusted me with that. But yeah, and I even, like I said, in that person's written, thing, I was like, oh my God, I haven't even been able to use this for anybody yet. So I was glad that, I'm glad to be able to use it. My only thing of disappointment is that I don't think this Midnight Magic deck has any psychedelic mushrooms in it or any psilocybin mushrooms in it, which is honestly disappointing to me. Just because of like the healing qualities of psilocybin mushrooms. Like I've been using psilocybin mushrooms for the last year as a form of wellness. And I mean, truly, I think that incorporating them in my own, like healing journey has just amplified it. And I don't think I would be where I am today if not for mushrooms. Like I've had so many amazing breakthroughs and aha moments, and which sure it might have happened anyway, but however, the mushroom spirit oracle does have golden teachers in it, at least. So there's at least one. But anyway, not that, whatever, I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't expecting like the whole deck to be, specific to that. That wasn't an expectation, but I did honestly kind of expect for there to be some in there, but what are you going to do? They're beautiful cards either way. And I'm just mumbling now. So, let's get into, is there anything else I don't think so. Let's get into your readings. Great. So this is the reading for Capricorn, wherever Capricorn is in your chart. I hope you're all doing well. Let's get your oracle card out. We have Reishi, spirit medicine. I love that. All right. And it's the number 1. Let's get your tarot out. Capricorn. Ooh, ooh. Like the way those popped out. The Lovers, Queen of Swords, and the Hermit. Interesting. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's interesting, like this seems to be like moving pretty quickly. Like the cards came out fast and it's literally a minute into, like it's usually not that fast. So yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder if things are moving and shaking for you. All right, for the Reishi, known as the Queen of Mushrooms, is also one of the most well-known for its medicinal qualities. It has been used extensively in Chinese medicine for at least 2,000 years and is known as the mushroom of longevity and vitality. It is a powerful immune modulator, promotes good sleep, reduces stress, and helps with allergies. In Chinese, it is known as Lingzi or spirit herb and is considered to be the bridge between heaven and earth. There are many types of reishi and all have similar qualities. In Chinese medicine, it calms the spirit and nourishes the heart. Since your Shen or spirit resides in the heart, when your heart qi is weak, it cannot restrain the spirit from traveling up to your head, which in turn causes insomnia and restlessness. By nourishing the heart, you therefore calm the Shen, and it returns to the heart where it can rest. Reishi is not only good for heart conditions, it also tones the lung qi, which aids in respiratory function. It is a powerful adaptogen, helping your body to adapt to stress and making it the perfect mushroom to aid in meditation. You can find reishi on the lower parts of hardwood trees such as oak. It has a shiny appearance to it and can look fake. Interesting. Card meaning, reishi is heart medicine, spirit medicine. Are you feeling unsettled and needing to bring calm into your life? Do you need to find your spirit? Do you need to find what your spirit is searching for? Sorry. Are you overthinking things and exhausting your heart chi so your spirit is unsettled? Then it is time to ground yourself and nurture your spirit. Sit in your heart center and see where you can start nurturing yourself better. Introducing reishi into your diet and spiritual practice may be needed at this time. It is time for calm on a spiritual level so you can filter down. Oh, sorry. It is time to calm. Okay. It is time for calm on a spiritual level so it can filter down to the physical. Reishi helps to nourish your mind, body, and spirit or heart. It allows your body to rest and recover while offering it the nourishment and support that it needs. This is a great lesson to learn for those who overworked, stressed, not sleeping, and continuing to push themselves. It is important to rest. It is important to bring meditation into your spiritual practices. Are you making time for your spiritual practices? How are you nourishing yourself? How are you nourishing your spirit? Only you can answer these questions. Being able to nourish your sheen or spirit is something that is not often seen in the herbal world, making reishi an exceptional medicine. If the key to longevity and vitality is nurturing the spirit, shouldn't you be following what makes your heart and spirit sing? Reishi is reminding you it is time to create calm and to listen to what your spirit needs. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like that's really pretty fitting with the cards that we even have out here. Also, like the place that I get my like psychedelic mushrooms from, they had a blend, like microdose blends that had, psychedelic mushrooms. Okay. Sorry, I like stood up to like fix my little seat cushion, and then I almost fell over. But yeah, like they used to have these microdoses that were part psychedelic mushroom and part reishi mushroom. Interesting. I wonder if they still have that. Anyway, so like I said, we have the Lovers, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Hermit card. I think like there is a lot of discernment in here. Also, interestingly enough, we have the 2 Mercury cards because the Lovers is Gemini, the Hermit is Virgo, and Mercury is in retrograde, I think, until sometime this week. I don't know the exact date. I think maybe the 20th or something like that. But maybe in the last couple of weeks there's been some level of I want to say like isolation or like solitude, just like kind of stepping back from something, but it's like intentional. It's the purpose of stepping back from it is to almost like see the bigger picture of it, and also to see what the truth of it is. The Lovers card is about decisions and choices, crossroads. It's also like the yin and yang energy. So it's interesting, like if there is something that is out of balance on the yin or the yang side, it's usually depicted as, there's a male and a female figure on the card, and it talks about like the masculine and feminine energies, not necessarily the genders, but when we think masculine, we think initiation and, going and getting and taking charge, taking control, providing, audacity even, right? Confidence, maybe a little arrogance and like cockiness in there too. And that's where the audacity comes from, And then the feminine side is intuition, flow, nurturing, creation, like literal, creation. It's receiving as well. So it's the balance of those things. It's a presence of both of those energies. And of course, we all have both of those energies available to us. But, there are times where we're kind of in more of a masculine energy, where we're putting a lot of effort into something. We're going out there, we're making things happen, we're hustling, we're even, developing the audacity. And then there's times where we need to allow things to come to us, where, we're incubating something that we are trying to birth into reality, or, into the 3D. And with the Queen of Swords, like, this is like the discernment, here. And also interesting too how like the Queen of Swords is between the two major arcana cards. I mean, of course, you know, the Lovers can involve other people. I'm not sure. Like, there's nothing else really out here that speaks to other people. I mean, and again, it can be that you are just kind of feeling like a separation, or that you need some sort of separation from other people. And it could be so that you can get clear on what your own guidance is, you know? And even if it does have to do with other people, it kind of seems like it's more of a figuring out, and especially with this Reishi card too, of, you know, where has there been an imbalance between you and these relationships, whether, you know, it's work or romantic or friendships, you know? Where can there be more balance, and also like where do you need to take care of yourself more? And especially too, like even I guess like with Capricorn, right? Like very practical, obviously, you know, it's earth. So just remembering to take care of your spirit and your soul and your spiritual practice, however that looks to you as well. But like I said, with the Queen of Swords, like queens for me are when we embody the energy of the suit ourselves. It's internal work, you know, like we learn to recognize the energy, we learn to work with it, we learn to master it, we learn to give it to ourselves. And even, you know, the impact that not only it has on ourselves, but also, of course, other people. Swords have to do with our mind and our mindset. Truth, honesty, logic, intellect, our belief systems, ego, because that's generally where we tend to hear our ego, is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, circumstances. And it becomes, you know, the reasons why we do things and don't do other things. It does become our limiting beliefs. It does become audacity even, right? What we think we deserve and don't deserve, you know, like it's all that stuff. It's the filter that our experiences go through, and then it kicks out a story which becomes our perspective of our reality, right? So with the Queen of Swords, there is a discernment. And also the Queen of Swords is like in this place of not really accepting any bullshit. Like she will just cut right through it. Lies, deception, especially even to like her own. You know, so there is even a healing thing happening here. And again, it can have to do with you in relation to others, you, of course, in relation to yourself, like where are you giving too much and receiving too little, or where are you giving too little and of course, receiving too much, like just, you know, balancing those things out. And I say that because the Hermit is a card of like solitude and isolation. But it's healing. It's like getting quiet enough to hear yourself. And that's basically like what meditation is, right? Like meditation is the act of getting quiet enough to hear yourself. It's being observant of your thoughts, not part of them. it's also even observing what thoughts are even like happening, what's going on in there, you know? But like when we are on just a hamster wheel, like it is really hard to hear our own guidance and our own direction. And also the Hermit card for me is following your own path. It's recognizing that your path is unique to you. And if you have been, trying to follow something because that's just been the status quo, that's been what you have been taught, that's also maybe been like where your comfort is, even like codependency on some degree. It's recognizing that like you have sovereignty, you have the ability to make your own decisions on the direction that you head in, who you engage with, what you engage with also. And, the Hermit is generally, it's guided by the star. And the star in the tarot is hopes and dreams. Faith, trusting the process, trusting yourself. It is like, for me, the star is like the literal space between the 5D where we co-create, where we get clear on what it is that we are attempting to manifest. That's where, it's almost like putting the cells of our body in the right place in order to be in the energy of receiving the manifestation, right? Because they always say, it's like live it before it shows up type of thing. Like I feel like that's kind of what we're doing in the 5D, quote unquote. And then, so again, like I was talking about the star, sorry. So the star is like the little space between the 5D and then the 3D where we are living our lives, right? Like, and it's like, trying to marry those two, which is interesting, that we have the Lovers card out here. It's like, it's trying to, bring the 3D and the 5D together, And I feel like that's what the Hermit card is, going within. Trusting like your own unique guidance. And also, even because we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, trusting that motivation and that drive that you are going to find. Like, this is like finding that spark within you, or like finding that fire within you because you go in. Also, even lion's mane. I want to read about that because lion's mane is, I believe, like a focus. Lion's mane mushrooms are royally positioned in the realm of medicinal fungi, known for promoting nerve regeneration and the production of healthy brain cells. This mushroom represents an independent spirit that effectively shares their ideas for the betterment of their kingdom. It's interesting that, like, lion's mane is more head. Also, like I was just talking to somebody about lion's mane. I believe that it is like a focus type of, like, it helps you to focus and like just maybe clears brain fog. And then we have reishi, which is heart and chi, so it's like mind and body. And it's like, there's this spirit aspect with the Hermit card. But yeah, like I was saying with the Ace of Wands, like this is, I mean, truly like finding that spark within yourself. This is the arrival of, something exciting, something that you want to put energy towards, that you want to take action towards. It's the drive and the motivation. It's kind of interesting that this Lover's card, like this looks like a phoenix to me. It's called Caesar's mushroom. And I mean, I wonder if there is some sort of like burning at the stake happening, or if there was some sort of, just separation. Where, like the burning at the stake thing, I'm just thinking of, like phoenixes burn, into ashes, and they rise again, and it also, though, like it gave you some sort of clarity and even truth. And then this little artist's conch mushroom here, which I am actually curious about because I haven't even seen the Hermit card out here yet. A natural canvas for the mycological artist. The pale underside of the artist conch can be used like scratchboard art to create sepia-toned illustrations. Smoke from this bracket fungus has been used as an insect repellent. A tea from its fruiting bodies has been made into cancer-fighting medicine. This hermit-like, humble, dull brown mushroom is often found in quiet nooks and mossy crannies. Inner work, introspection, analysis, self-discovery. The Hermit card reminds you that you can be alone without being lonely. Check in with yourself. Are you doing okay? Are you looking to shift your life into a new direction? The Hermit reminds you to become more familiar with your true self before moving forward. The most potent spiritual lessons come when things are quiet. Again, interesting, like there's a lot of medicinal stuff happening here. And there's a lot of like spiritual, or like just checking in with your spirit. And maybe even too, like stepping away from the crowd, like to follow your own dreams, to follow your own desires, and to follow your passion. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I feel like this just unfolded again, like so fast. Like, it's just really interesting when that happens. But I will talk to you soon. Bye.